A jury has found a woman guilty on lesser charges in the shooting death of a pastor and wounding his wife. Latasha Daniels was found guilty of second degree murder and reckless endangerment in the death of Pastor Brody Perry in the injury of his wife Tabitha. Daniels was charged with first degree murder and attempted first degree murder in the case. The jury heard closing arguments after a full week of testimony from witnesses and dozens of items of evidence. Daniels testified in her own defense on Thursday. And I watched that whole entire defense testimony that she did. I watched the whole thing. It was intriguing. It was almost to me like a soap opera or a lifetime story, for real, for real. But she testified in her own defense on Thursday, telling the jury the shooting was a combination of 2-year affair and that she does not remember the moment she pulled the trigger. Now, hey, YouTube fam, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope that you are doing well. Of course, you know what I'm here to talk about, and it's about Latasha Daniels. I do have a few clips to share with you, and I think I want to share these clips with you because it may give you some more insight on what really went on in the trial, in the relationship between Latasha Daniels and Pastor Brodus Perry. But without further ado, allow me to share this news report. Let's go.
On your news leader, the woman standing trial for the murder of a Memphis pastor takes the stand. Latasha Daniels has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder of Brodus Perry. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. The defense rested its case within the last hour. Our Raven Copeland has been in court all day long. She joins us now live. And Raven, I understand the defense is again requesting an acquittal.
Yeah, that's right, Greg and Stephanie. The defense is requesting another acquittal. Now, the judge decided that she would not acquit Daniels of the first-degree murder charge, and tomorrow morning she will make a ruling on the 2 other charges. Thursday, Latasha Daniels testified about her childhood trauma and previous marriages, as well as her affair with Brodus Perry, the man she's accused of killing in 2019. On the stand, Daniels said she was having marital problems with her second husband, so she sought spiritual counseling at St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock. Daniels testified that she requested counseling from Perry because he served as an executive pastor and leader of her Life Church group. According to the defendant's testimony, the affair between the two began during their second counseling session.
Was talking and sharing. Brodus reached over and grabbed, I had a 2-arm chair, and he pulled me toward him and began to passionately kiss me. And from there, in that session, we did have sex for the first time.
On the stand, Daniels said she divorced her husband of 8 years while Perry remained in his marriage. As the affair went on, Daniels testified that Perry became more demanding and aggressive.
At the end of the relationship, he wanted me to say yes, sir, and no, sir to him.
Daniels testified that she became suicidal when Perry unexpectedly ended the relationship, so she purchased a gun from Fort Thompson Sporting Goods in Arkansas. According to Daniels' testimony, she drove 2.5 hours to Perry's Collierville apartment because he told her he was going to tell his wife about the affair. On the stand, Daniels admitted that she shot Perry, but she said she accidentally shot his wife.
Okay, that is the end of that particular news clip. I do have another one that may give you some insight on Miss Daniels going and purchasing a weapon. And the reason that I want to share this with you is because they are or were accusations or accusing her of this being pre-planned, which comes with the first degree murder, which of course she did not get, that she got second. But I don't think this was pre-planned. I really truly believe that she was thinking about committing suicide, as she stated, hence the reason she purchased the gun. But without further ado, allow me to let you listen to her reading her suicide notes. Let's go. Where's my mouse? Okay.
At 3:14 p.m.
Now I'm going to back this up just a little bit. Okay.
And made a plan to take my life.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Latasha, do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
This is the note that I wrote to my family.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be made the next numbered exhibit. In objection.
Objection, Your Honor.
Should be 22.
We'll show the suicide letter as exhibit 22.
Latasha, can you tell me the date and time of that letter?
April 4, 2019 at 3:14 p.m.
Can you read that letter to the jury?
To my family, I'm sorry that I have let you down. I tried my best to be the person you all thought I was. I tried to be the person you could count on and be proud of. However, I have been depressed for a long time. I did well with coping until the past 2 years. My world changed February 24th, 2017. And the shit just keeps getting worse. I know what I have been through may be nothing to some. And you don't understand why I couldn't bounce back. I have fought hard for so long to keep things together. I didn't trust anyone to know deep down how bad I was struggling. Only a handful of people knew, but they couldn't help me. To my fellas, I'm so sorry that I have let you down. I have fought hard to be the best mother I could be to each of you. I pray that what I have taught you will stick with you forever. Please don't be ashamed of me. Mother, thank you for being my mother. Please know that although you didn't think I loved you, I really did. I wanted so badly for us to be close. There was many times I just wanted to crawl into your arms and have you hold me. I'm sorry for being a failure. I tried to make you proud of me. Words can't explain or express the pain I feel at this moment. I have pretended for so long to be happy. I have tried to work through the pain and begin to heal, but just as my life would have it, yet another loss appears to remind me just how much of a failure I am. I don't have any insurance and I don't have any money, so please just have me cremated and don't worry about a service. I don't want to be a burden. I'm sorry for letting all you down. I love you as all so much, and I wish I could live myself as much as I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my fellas and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. This got out of hand, but it says, I'm sorry for letting all of you down, and I love you all so much. I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my fellas and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how to continue bearing the pain I have felt for over 25 years of my life. With each loss, hurt, disappointment, etc. I've experienced through the years, it only added to my current state of mind. I thought I could continue to push through and be strong, the strong Tasha everyone know, but I can't. I'm weak, and I have been for over the past year and a half. I thought I would bounce back. I prayed consistently, but I guess God no longer hears my prayers since I wasn't doing His will. I'm not perfect. I've messed up so many times in my life. The thing I wanted to be the most successful in, I messed up not once but twice. Well, really 3 times. I will leave that for you all to find in my journals.
Okay, that was her suicide notes. And note that these were written on April the 4th of 2019. The incident occurred, the deletion of the pastor Perry occurred on April the 19th. So that's why I'm thinking that she really purchased the Pow Pow to eliminate her own life, for her own demise. And the manipulation, the strategic planning, and all of this, if you listen to her testimony, um you could, all, like I say, the planning is strategic planning of their relationship, ongoing 2-year relationship. Y'all, it sounds like Lifetime story or soap opera, for real, for real. It really, really does. And it's so emotional. It's like he really took advantage of her weakness, of her emotional state. You see, the mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. And I think, or believe, that he took advantage of that. Now, I am not excusing her at all for her actions. Not one iota. I'm just saying that the pastor himself took advantage. Now, she's a grown adult. Matter of fact, the twisted part about this all is that she herself has a degree or has a job in mental health counseling. And you were like, what? And I used to always say, back in the days when I thought I wanted to be or have such a career, is that, shoot, by the time I go and finish school, I'm going to need some help myself. And I think, to that point, this young lady, she got pregnant. You could tell she had some relationship issues, because she herself was reading her letter, and in her letter to her mother, she said that she wished that they could have that relationship. That's a type of relationship. So I don't think it was a close bond there. There was some trouble in the relationship, in the parents and daughter relationship. And I talk about that many times as well. This girl or young lady got pregnant at 17, which is young enough. And when she got pregnant, her father kind of forced her, if you will, to get married. Now, my thought to that is come to loving yourself, self-worth, self-love. And at 17, no female that I've ever come across or know really understood or understands what self-love is, what loving yourself is, what your self-worth is. And I do not believe that this young lady, when she initially got married, I think her first marriage was, like I said, 17, 18, for 4 years. It lasted for 4 years. And I just think during that time, she started off. It could have started off as a failure, as far as, because like I said, I don't believe she understood what loving herself was, or even ever really thought about loving herself. But loving yourself is, first of all, forgiving yourself. So whatever the things that you may have done in the past, the mistakes or the shame or the guilt, you have to forgive yourself for that. Refrain from negative self-talk by speaking to yourself with kindness that you would offer to a friend. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you have and celebrate your accomplishments. Accept who you are. Acknowledge and validate your feelings rather than criticizing yourself. And that all comes under self-worth and self-love. And I really don't think she had that starting off in life, is what I'm saying. Another thing I'd like to say, she had issues coming up, and she got into, after her first marriage, she didn't give up. She sought education, and she became, like I said, a mental health type of counseling or counselor. But my thing is, and many times people do that when they go through things in life, they want to become that helpful person as they mature, become adults. Like, people help you when you were younger, when you were sick. So then when you get older, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, that kind of thing. And I think that's where she was in life. But my thing is, if you suffered any kind of trauma, emotional trauma, and ashamed and betrayal, or tragedy, or anything coming up, you need to seek counseling yourself first before counseling anybody else. And I just don't think this young lady got the help that she needed when she was younger. But like I said, it has somewhat something to do with it, but that does not negate from her taking someone else's life, because he did not want her no more. He didn't want to be with her anymore. She felt stupid. She felt ashamed, embarrassed, like he used her. He manipulated her. Yes, he did. He did indeed. But that did not give her the right to end his life. I do have another clip to share with you. Let's watch that particular clip, and that may also give you some insight. So let's go. Let me see if I need to rewind that.
This is Fox 13 News, the most watched news in the Mid-South.
New tonight, the woman accused of killing a pastor and injuring his wife took the stand in her own defense just a few hours ago. Latosha Daniels told the jury about her relationship with Memphis pastor Brody Perry.
Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon explains how she and the minister were planning to tell his wife when things then turned violent.
You tell the jury what Bert has told you about ethical non-monogamy. What is it?
It is where individuals are able to have multiple relationships, but everyone in the relationship must consent
Did Brodus tell you that he had talked to Tabitha about ethical non-monogamy?
He did.
Did he tell you that Tabitha had said she was comfortable with it, but he just hadn't told her about you yet?
He said that she had given him permission to be open on his side of the marriage.
Latisha Daniels told a jury that arrangement was what eventually led her to drive 3 hours from her home in Arkansas to the Collierville apartment of Brodus and Tabitha Perry on April 4th, 2019. She said the original plan was for her and Perry to tell his wife about their affair.
He said, okay, we'll tell Tabitha. He told me to go to the apartment and just talk to her about tenants until he got there, and that once he was there, we would tell her.
But that's not what ended up happening. Daniels said the conversation didn't happen. Instead, she asked Perry to walk her to her car, but she told the jury she blacked out during the shooting. She told the jury she regrets the shooting and also attempted to harm herself. Perry died in the hospital from his injuries. His wife was treated and released. Closing arguments in the trial will happen Friday. In Memphis, Kayla Solomon, Fox 13 investigates.
Okay, and I want to make a correction
20 years
as well. What I said to you that it happened on the 19th of April, that's false. That was actually April the 4th. So she wrote this suicide note the day of the incident, but it was earlier during that day. So that is a correction on my part. I do have, I think, another clip to share with you. If I can bring that clip up, let's see. So many commercials. Let's see if I can bring that one up. But this is, y'all, this is horrific. This is horrific, as I say. Let's see with this clip. This is maybe of her. Let's see. Let's check this out. Her writing her suicide note. So we have already looked at that. It was another video that I wanted to share with you. This may be it. Let's watch this. Well, it seems like I got a lot of commercials going on, so not sure if I will be able to share this other video with you. But the point is that women, okay, it's on. Let's see.
At his Collierville apartment. Latisha Daniels took the witness stand in her own defense this afternoon. Prosecutors accused Daniels of killing Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church executive pastor Brody Perry. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco joins us now with what Daniels claims happened that night in April of 2019. Ezekiel?
Yeah, Ruben, it was a very emotional day. And after days of testimony and emotional accounts, Latisha Daniels spoke publicly for the first time about her relationship with Brody Perry and the night of the shooting. And she recapped that night that she allegedly shot and killed Brody and injured his wife.
Were you angry or were you hurt?
I was hurt.
Tears poured Thursday as Latisha Daniels took the stand to recount what she says happened the night that Brody Perry was killed and his wife was shot.
I drove because I just wanted to see him.
Why?
I wanted him to explain why he did that.
Did you hope he would say, we can be together?
Yes.
Did he give you that hope when you went to the apartment?
He did.
Did he yank that hope away?
He did.
Daniels testified for almost an hour. She described a troubled childhood, failed marriages, and a relationship with Perry that she said began as spiritual counseling but turned sexual.
When I first encountered Mr. Perry for counseling, I did not choose to be with him. I went to him for direction, not a relationship.
Daniels told the jury that she felt controlled and isolated, saying that Perry made her hide their relationship and follow strict rules. She said by 2019, she felt used and suicidal. Daniels testified that she drove to Memphis to speak to Perry one last time, saying that she does not remember firing the gun and that she never went there to hurt anyone.
I love Brody. I would have never intentionally hurt him. No, ma'am.
You did it because he broke your heart.
No, ma'am.
Daniels says the real plan was to end her own life, not Pastor Perry's.
I wanted to hurt myself. I wanted to end my own life that day. That's it, and that's all.
A psychologist also testified for the defense about Daniels' mental health leading up to the shooting, claiming that she wasn't mentally aware as to what was going on the moment she allegedly pulled the trigger.
I hate what happened. I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I've spent most of my life helping. I never would intentionally try to hurt anybody.
Both sides have now rested their cases. The judge denied a motion to dismiss and will rule on one more Friday. Now, arguments in terms of closing are going to be taking place tomorrow as well, and the jury will begin those deliberations. Closing arguments are expected to be Friday morning, with the verdict coming as soon as tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to end it there. You heard what she said. She was hurt. She was angry. She was emotional. She felt stupid. She felt betrayed, and she went to the house because he encouraged her, because so she allegedly said he did it. He encouraged her to get to the house, and they would talk to his wife. And that's not really what happened. That's not really what happened. And when she felt that it was not going to happen, she got up to leave. They both walked her to the door. She asked Pastor Perry to walk her to her car so that she could kind of ask him, without his wife being present. And he told her no. He told her no. And she said that, a Southern gentleman would walk a lady to her car, especially because it was dark, right? He refused to walk her, Daniels, to her car. And I think when he did that, something snapped. I think she snapped. I think when she reached in the car for her keys, the gun was still in her pocket. And instead of pulling out her keys, she pulled out her gun and fired 5 rounds in his chest, and he died at the hospital. So that show Snap. I really think she snapped when she knew that it was truly over. He wasn't planning to talk to his wife nor leave his wife. And his wife, the thing about it, she was an innocent bystander, and she got shot or something in the shoulder. And the wife, what they say, the wife is always the last one to know. The wife had no idea that he was having an affair. Her husband was having an affair. But yeah, y'all, I think she just snapped. I don't think it was planned. I think she truly, truly snapped. But I don't know. You tell me your thoughts and your opinions. Please share your thoughts and your opinions. Can't wait to hear them. But until the next video, I wish you nothing but peace and blessings. And remember to take care of yourself and others. Thanks for watching.